Welcome to the second day of our 3-day broadcast to celebrate the winners of the 2025 Maryland, Delaware, DC contest. I'm Rebecca Snyder, the Executive Director of MDDC Press Association, and today we will celebrate the winners for categories including photo, online, nominees for Website of General Excellence, video, commentary, features, and sports. Before we dig into our awards, I want to thank our sponsors, without whom we would not be able to produce a fabulous conference, which is coming up Friday, May 8th in Annapolis. I hope we'll see you there. So thank you to the AMARC Foundation, the Maryland Chamber of Commerce, Bridge, Washington Gas, Pulse Research, Loyola University Maryland Emerging Media, MDDC Press Advertising Services, and Metro Creative Graphics Incorporated. I also want to put a little reminder out there to vote for what you consider our nominees' best move. We've got 4 nominees this year. They were highlighted in Tuesday's broadcast, and you can use that QR code or the bit.ly link to vote for your favorite best move. You'll need to do that by Thursday, May 7th at 11:59 p.m., and we'll announce the winner of the best move category on Friday, May 8th, live. Throughout our awards broadcast, you'll sometimes hear me refer to a podcast episode where we're highlighting the who, what, when, where, and why of local journalism. Our podcast is 5 Dubs. We drop an episode every Wednesday, and it's a great way to keep up with the news, people, and stories behind the stories in our region. So I hope that you'll check that out. And now let's get to our awards. Our first section is photos. And our first category within that section is general news photo. In Division F, Brian Christa of the Aegis wins second prize, and Mike McClure of the Seaford Laurel Star wins first prize for Martin Luther King Day Jr. In Division E, our general news photo winner is Jamon Jackson of the Washington Informer, placing first for the Collins Council report. In Division D, Devin Allen of Baltimore Beat wins first prize for his photo story on the Arabur funeral procession for Bilal Abdullah. And in Division C, Jeff Bill of Carroll County Times wins second prize, and Brian Sears of Maryland Matters wins first prize for Sine Dunn. In Division B, the team at Cape Gazette wins first prize for Dreaming of Summer. Congratulations to Nick Roth, Bill Schull, and Ron MacArthur. In Division A, Caitlin Newman of the Banner wins second prize, and her colleague Jerry Jackson wins first for Justice for the Fruit Man. Breaking news photo is our next category. Carol Kinsley of Seaford Laurel Star wins first prize for her photo Blades Fire Department Procession for Fallen Hero. In Division E, Jason Wong of Business Monthly wins first prize for Water Main Break. And Division C, Danielle Brown of Maryland Matters wins second prize, and her colleague William Ford wins first prize for Reparations. Congratulations. In Division B, the Frederick News Post sweeps this category with Graham Cullen winning second prize and his colleague Rick Duggan winning first for Libertytown House Fire. And in Division A, Kevin Richardson of the Baltimore Sun wins second prize, and Wesley LaPointe of the Baltimore Banner wins first prize for Firefighters Contain 4-Alarm Remington Building Fire that displaced over 20 people. Our next category is feature photo. Brian Christa of the Aegis wins first prize for Fairy Tale and Superhero Festival. In Division E, Brian Shane from OC Dispatch sweeps this category, winning first and second prize. First prize went to his photo, Veterans Day. In Division D, Faith Spicer of Baltimore Beat wins second prize, and her colleague Christian Thomas wins first for Coach Coop. In Division C, Maggie Jones of Baltimore Fishbowl wins second prize, and Kevin Parks of the Catholic Review wins first prize for Gold Star Mom. In Division B, Frederick News Post wins the category again, with Graham Cullen taking second place and Rick Duggan placing first for cleaning Spider-Man. And in Division A, Jerry Jackson wins second prize for the banner, and Ulysses Munoz wins first prize for the banner with his photo, Naval Academy graduation. Photo series is next. In Division F, Mike McClure of Seaford Laurel Star wins second prize, and Jeff Bill of the Howard County Times wins first prize for the Howard County Jail rehabilitation. In Division E, Jennifer Bishop of the Baltimore Brew sweeps the category, winning first and second prize. Her first place photo was Werewolves of Hamden. In Division D, the Baltimore Beat comes in strong, with Fabian Perez winning second prize and E. Brady Robinson winning first for Here's What Some of Baltimore's Black Chefs Are Eating Right Now. Division C, Olivia Manzola of the Daily Times is sweeping this category, totally dominating with first and second place. Her first place entry was OCMD's Beach, Inlet, and Fishing Pier, pummeled by Hurricane Erin. In Division B, Bill Shull and Aaron Mushrush of Cape Gazette win second prize, and Graham Cullen wins first for the Frederick News Post with High Wheel Race. In Division A, Jessica Gallagher sweeps this category for the banner. Her first place entry was in Baltimore's Hope Desert. Mass overdoses overshadow residents' struggle for survival. Our next category is Best Photo Gallery. In second place, Mike McClure and Lynn Schofer of Seaford and Laurel Star. And in first place, Brian Christa of the Aegis wins for Girls Wrestling State Championship recap. In Division B, Julie Green of the Herald Mail wins second prize, and Rick Duggan and Katina Zentz of the Frederick News Post win first prize for Fair Moments. In Division A, the Baltimore Sun sweeps the category, with Carl Merton Farron and Kenneth Lamb winning second prize and Lloyd Fox taking first for Urban Oasis Mural Project for Artscape. Our next category is Sports Photo, this time Sports Action. And our winners in Division F are Lynn Schofer of the Seaford Laurel Star in second place, and Brian Christa of the Aegis in first place, with Rams open season with commanding win. In Division D, Patrick Laporte of the Cecil Whig dominates the category, winning first and second prize. His first place entry was Celebratory Shower. In Division C, Lauren Roberts of the Daily Times wins second prize, and Kevin Parks of the Catholic Review places first with the Classic. In Division B, Rick Duggan of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and Dan Cook of Cape Gazette wins first prize for Milton Claims District Crown in Thriller. In Division A, the banner wins again. Jerry Jackson places second, and Ulysses Munoz places first, with Gunnar Henderson tags out Toronto Blue Jays first baseman. Our next category is Sports Photo Feature. In first place, in Division F, we have Brian Christa of the Aegis, with Aberdeen High Baseball celebrates Jackie Robinson Day. In Division D, Patrick Laporte wins second prize for the Cecil Whig, and Christian Thomas of the Baltimore Beat wins first prize for the James Mosher League. In Division C, Brian Christa wins second prize for the Carroll County Times, and Lauren Roberts of the Daily Times wins first prize for Decatur celebrates win over Mardella. In Division A, Benjamin Chambers of the News Journal wins second prize, and Lloyd Fox of the Baltimore Sun wins first for Under the Hurdles. Our next section is online, and our first category within that section is general social media reporting. In Division F, Capitol News Service wins first prize for Immigration Crackdown. And in Division A, the banner sweeps this category, with Lillian Reed and Krishna Sharma winning second prize, and Giacomo Bologna and again Krishna Sharma winning first for the housing hustle igniting a foreclosure crisis in Baltimore. Breaking news social media is our next category. In Division F, Capital News Service sweeps the category, winning first and second prize. The staff wins first prize for USAID protest. In Division D, the Baltimore Beat wins first prize, its staff, for the well-known Baltimore Arabber shot and killed by Baltimore police officers. And in Division A, the Banner sweeps this category, with the staff winning both first and second prize, and first prize went for the Justin Tucker investigation. Next category is Best Use of Interactive Media. In Division F, Kat Murphy of Capital News Service wins first prize for Here's Who Donald Trump Has Granted Clemency To in This Year. In Division D, David Stradley and Brianna Hill win first prize for Spotlight Delaware for Advocates' Eye referendum after Wilmington rent stabilization fails. And in Division B, Cameron Adams of the Frederick News Post wins first prize for Cricket Stadium plans. And in Division A, Liz Bowie, Greg Morton, and Alan James Vestal win first prize for the Banner for School Buses for Every Baltimore Student Seemed Impossible, until now. Our next category is Online Blog Commentary. In Division S, Mark Hyman sweeps the category, winning first and second prize, and his first prize entry was, Is Your Dog Stoned? In Division F, Chrissy Thornton, writing for the African American, wins second prize, and first prize goes to Joe Ilardi of the Baltimore Business Journal for 8 Things to Know. In Division E, Elizabeth Booker of the Washington Informer wins first prize for online blog commentary with Booker Squared. And in Division C, Len Foxwell wins both first and second prizes for Baltimore Fishbowl. First prize went for his commentary, Can Anyone Topple Andy Harris? And in Division B, Lauren LaRocca of the Frederick News Post wins first prize for What I Learned from Living on the Road. We'd like to take a moment now to hear from our sponsor, the Maryland Chamber of Commerce.
Maryland has the talent, the location, the potential. The question isn't whether Maryland can compete, it's whether we'll remove the barriers holding back the people already doing it. This is our moment to build a Maryland where every business can grow and every community can thrive.
Our next category is Website of General Excellence. In Division F, second place goes to the staff of the Capital News Service, and first prize goes to the Baltimore Business Journal staff. In Division D, Jacob Owens, Angela Reeves, and Elsa Kegelman win second prize for Spotlight Delaware, and Sonia Comiti wins first prize for Baltimore Beat. In Division C, the Catholic Review staff wins second prize, and the staff of Baltimore Fishbowl wins first prize. And in Division A, the staff of the News Journal wins second prize for their news site Delaware Online, and the staff of the Baltimore Sun wins first prize for BaltimoreSun.com. Our next category is video, or section is video, and the first category within that section is General News Video. In Division F, Eddie Calkins of Capital News Service is sweeping the category, winning first and second prize. His video that won first prize was NTSB Says Loose Cable is Probable Cause of Key Bridge Collapse. In Division E, DeMarco Rush of the Washington Informer wins first prize for Black Joy and Power, highlights from the D.C. Juneteenth Walk. In Division C, Lauren Roberts of the Daily Times wins second prize, and Kevin J. Parks of the Catholic Review wins first prize for St. Therese of Lisieux's Relics Visit Baltimore. In Division B, Esther Francis of the Frederick News Post wins first prize for Candidate Ejected from Meeting. And in Division A, Kristen Griffith of the Banner wins first prize for Calvert County is in the throes of a conservative takeover of its school. Spot News Video is next. In Division E, DeMarco Rush of the Washington Informer wins first prize for Baba Oladatun is Changing the Game. In Division B, Graham Cullen of the Frederick News Post wins first prize for Missing Kayaker. And in Division A, Jerry Jackson and Stokely Baksh win first prize for the banner for three-alarm fire in Remington. Features video is our next category. In Division F, Andrew McBride wins second place for Capital News Service, and his colleague Ben Wolf wins first prize for color-changing mouthguard, helps coaches spot dangerous heat levels before it's too late. In Division E, Denise Rolark Barnes wins first prize for the Washington Informer for Reading Rainbow is Back. In Division C, Eddie Calkins, this time videoing for the Baltimore Fish Bowl, wins second prize, and Lauren Roberts of the Daily Times wins first prize for the UMES flight instructors reflect on the path they took to complete their flight training. In Division B, Graham Cullen of Frederick News Post wins second prize, and Sloan Brown takes home first prize for the Daily Record for Off the Record with Sloan Brown. And in Division A, Stokely Baksh and Adam Willis win second prize for the banner, and Lloyd Fox wins first prize for the Sun for Arabers trying to keep the tradition alive. Our next category is sports video. In Division F, Zion Williams of Capital News Service wins second prize, and his colleague Andrew McBride takes home first for A Lifelong Friendship Fuels a Dynamic Navy Backfield Partnership. In Division D, Ahmad Garnett of Star Democrat wins first prize for Celebrating the Championship. In Division C, Anthony Maluso of the Carroll County Times wins second prize, and Catherine Formica of the Capital Gazette wins first prize for Glen Burnie runs to historic playoff win. Alexander Ducey of the Frederick News Post wins first prize in Division B for Buzzer Beater. And in Division A, Andy Koska and Paul Mancano of the Banner win second prize, and Paul Mancano alone takes first for the Banner, for no one has ever achieved this Camden Yards feat during a game. Our next category is continuing coverage video. Giacomo Bologna and Krishna Sharma win first prize for the Banner for the housing hustle igniting a foreclosure crisis in Baltimore. And our special event video winners are, in Division F, Capital News Service for Government Reopens. In Division C, Kevin Parks of the Catholic Review sweeps the category, winning both first and second prize. His first place entry was 2025 Army-Navy game Praying of the Rosary. And in Division A, Stokely Baksh and Caitlin Newman win first prize for the Banner, and Paul Mancano, their colleague, takes home first for Maryland Hunt Cup. Our next section is commentary, and our first category is editorial. In Division F, the winner is Katie Tabling of Delaware Business Times for editorial Reflections on Mickey and Wilmington Institutions. In Division E, Darren McCann of Coastal Point wins second prize, and the staff of the Washington Informer wins first prize for 70 years after Rosa Parks. Courage still deserves a seat. In Division D, the Baltimore Jewish Times sweeps the category, winning both first and second prize with their editorial board. The award-winning article in first place was Confronting Anti-Semitism. In Division C, Josh Kurtz of Maryland Matters wins first prize for What Melissa Hartman Means to Maryland. And in Division B, Andy Schatz of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and his colleague and former MDDC Executive Director Jack Murphy wins first prize for City Council Wise to Not Dive into Gaza Resolution. And in Division A, the Baltimore Sun wins first prize for Jamal Khashoggi, a murder shamefully excused. Editorial blog video is our next category. In Division C, Lauren Roberts wins first prize for the Daily Times with Go Behind the Counter at Crimson Coward as orders are made at Salisbury location. And in Division A, Stokely Baksh and Tim Prudente win first prize for the banner for Inside the Crab Hustle. Editorial cartoon is our next category. In Division E, Mark Edmond of the OC Today Dispatch wins first prize for Thief. In Division C, Eric Smith of the Capital Gazette wins first prize for Don Trempote. And in Division B, Jim Patterson of Cape Gazette wins both first and second prize in this category. First prize for his editorial cartoon, Location, Location, Location. And our next category is local column, Critical Thinking. In Division F, Alexis Taylor of the Afro wins second prize, and her publisher and colleague, Tony Draper, wins first prize for It's Hard to Admit It, but I Was Wrong About Democracy. In Division E, Dante Davidson Swinton wins second prize for the Baltimore Brew, and Becky Kling-Feldman, also writing for the Brew, wins first prize for To the Teen Who Killed My Brother. In Division D, Bly Reed of Baltimore Beat wins second prize, and Aaron Trudler of Washington Jewish Week wins first prize for Grief, Outrage, and Hope. In Division C, Dan Rodericks, writing for the Baltimore Fishbowl, wins second prize, and Andy West of Daily State News wins first prize for Jimmy Who? Delaware Got to Know President Carter. In Division B, James Rada Jr. wins second prize for the Frederick News Post, and Chip Meinmeyer wins first prize for Cumberland Times News for Up to Us to be worthy of the heroes of Flight 93. And in Division A, Xerxes Wilson wins second prize for the News Journal, and Armstrong Williams takes home first place for the Baltimore Sun for After Charlie Kirk's Death, America Must Rise Above the Violence. Our next category is local column, feature, or humor. In Division D, Carl Hamilton of the Cecil Whig wins first prize. He wins second prize. Sorry, Megan. Megan Johnson of Southern Maryland News wins first prize for Father's Daughter. In Division B, Cliff Cumber of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and his colleague Susan Ryder wins first prize for My European WC Experiences in Body and Soul. And in Division A, Leslie Grace Streeter of the Banner wins second prize, and Rick Hutzel, her colleague at the Banner, wins first prize for AWOL Andy Wants Me Fired. Features is our next section. Feature Story Profile is our first category in that section. In Division S, Jacob Baumgart wins first prize for Firefighter Saves Dog from Burning House. In Division E, Brian Shane of OC Today Dispatch wins second prize, and Connie Connolly of Carolina Review wins first prize for All Gas, No Break. And in Division D, Carl Hamilton of Cecil Whig wins second prize, and Grace Hebron of Baltimore Beat takes home first prize for Just Like Her Honeybees. Nakia Rowe wants to exist for the benefit of the whole community. And Division C, Ed Guntz of Baltimore Fishbowl wins second prize, and Brian Sears of Maryland Matters takes home first with Mineral Bowl heads towards a chromtastic finish. In Division B, the Frederick News Post's Aaron Jones wins second prize, and Nate Dowdy of the Washington Business Journal wins first prize for Mogul in the Making. Feature Story Non-Profile is our next category. For Division F, Xavier Board wins second prize for Capital News Service, and his colleague Mary Burke wins first prize for Nickeled and Dimed, How the Lowly Penny's Retirement Impacts Marylanders. In Division E, Baltimore Brew sweeps this category with Fern Shen and Jennifer Bishop winning second, and Dan Rodericks winning first prize for A Nice Alphabetically Organized Baltimore Neighborhood Oddly Saddled with a Not-So-Nice Name. In Division D, Elia Griffin wins second prize for Bethesda Today, and Connor Mertz of the Star Democrat wins first prize for Day Springs Townhomes poor housing conditions persist. In Division C, Marcus Dieterle of Baltimore Fishbowl wins second prize, and Mike Finney and Gary Emmy win first prize for the Daily State News for stirring 1987 case led to 911 upgrade. In Division B, Rocco Jeppy from the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and his colleague Lauren LaRocca brings home first for hitting reset. In Division A, Xerxes Wilson from the News Journal wins second prize, and Tim Prudenti of the Banner wins first for Odyssey of the Crab. Our next category is features-driven multimedia storytelling. First prize goes to Molecule Zhanghuaoeg of Capital News Service for Spooky Season Isn't Just in October. And in Division C, George P. Matzik Jr. and Kevin J. Parks of the Catholic Review win first prize for Tears and Prayers. In Division B, Rick Duggan of the Frederick News Post wins first prize for Canonization 50th Anniversary. And in Division A, Lillian Reed, KT Kanazawicz, Ariel Zambulich of the Banner win second prize, and their colleagues Alex Mann, Wesley LaPointe, and Ariel Zambulich win first prize for Anne Arundel County has 533 miles of shoreline. Our next category is series. In Division F, the staff of the Baltimore Business Journal sweeps the category. Congratulations. Their first place winning entry was When AI Meets Main Street. In Division E, Connie Connolly of Caroline Review takes home second place, and Amy Davis and Fern Shen of Baltimore Brew take home first for End Times for Baltimore's beautiful Old West Side. In Division D, Spotlight Delaware takes home first prize for the Meyer Plan. And Paul McCarney, Jack Barker, Joe Messa, and Nathan McCarty take home first prize for Baltimore Fishbowl in Division C for Rot and Renewal. The staff of the Daily Record takes home second place, and first place goes to Gabrielle Lewis and Katina Zentz of the Frederick News Post for Power Struggle. And in Division A, Liz Bowie, Greg Morton, and Alan James Vestal win second prize for the Banner, and the News Journal takes home first with reporters Patricia Tallarico and Esteban Parra for The Multimillionaire Murderer. Our next category is headline. In Division F, Andre Grabenstein of Bay Times Record Observer wins second prize, and Ashley Fields of The Afro wins first prize for Meet Isaac Myers, the man who sealed the gaps in opportunity for maritime workers. In Division E, Kennedy Thomason wins second prize for Caroline Review, and Sean Lambert of Coastal Point wins first prize for Control plus Gift plus Delight, Tech and Gaming Presence that hit every key. In Division D, Sonny Comedy of Baltimore Beat wins second prize, and Braden Hamlin of Baltimore Jewish Times wins first prize for new online Jewish children's show Is a Big Deal. In Division C, George Matzik Jr. wins second prize for the Catholic Review, and Beth Skinner of Daily State News wins first prize for Blessed You, Dover Church's tree second largest of species in the U.S. In Division B, Patrick Brannon of the Daily Record wins second prize, and Bill Schull of Cape Gazette takes home first prize for Lyris Duda Needs Moolah to Stay Alive. In Division A, Jasmine Vaughn Hall of the Banner wins second prize, and Andy Noble of the Baltimore Sun places first with Read All About It. Our next section is sports. Our first category within the section is sports story. In Division F, Mike McClure of Seaford and Lowell Star wins second prize, and Taylor Lyons of the Aegis places first for Harvard Tech and Bel Air softball. Coaching runs in the family. In Division E, Mike Stern of Coastal Point wins second prize, and Skylar Nelson of the Washington Informer places first, with Commanders win first playoff game since 2005. In Division D, Max Schaefer of Bethesda Today wins second prize, and Biff Hoff of the Star Democrat places first with I'm State Champ. In Division C, Catherine Fomaka wins first and second prize for the Capital Gazette. Her first place entry was Southern South River softball honor Pete Medhurst. In Division B, Daniel Kaufman of the Herald Mail wins second prize, and Greg Swadek of the Frederick News Post places first with Seventh Heaven for Linganore. In Division A, the staff of the Banner wins second prize, and Brandon Holvick of the News Journal places first with Bree Moffat's double overtime goal brings Smyrna field hockey glory for the second time. Next up, sports feature story. Taylor Lyons, writing for the Aegis, places second, and Mike McClure, writing for the Seaford and Laurel Star, places first, with Holloman leaves legacy in Delmar beyond 9 straight state titles. In Division E, Mike Stern of Coastal Point sweeps the category, winning both first and second prize. First prize goes for his article, Something's Always Kicking for Soccer and Football Booter Alamilo. In Division D, Zoe Bell wins second prize for Washington Jewish Week, and Craig Clary of Towson Times wins first prize for Delaney quarterback Josh Squires spent summer in Mexico. In Division C, Andy Walter of Daily State News places second, and Michael Howells of the Capital Gazette wins first prize for his article, Bodneck's Kamari Collison Grows Through Grief. In Division B, Greg Swadek of the Frederick News Post places second, and Daniel Kaufman of the Herald Mail places first for how Mike Spindler's love of the JFK 50 Mile led to a 55-year history that defines him. In Division A, Brandon Holvick and Martin Frank of the News Journal place second, and Sapna Bansal of the Banner places first for Bryson Butterfly was a rising star jockey. Then he was arrested for murder. Multimedia storytelling sports is next. In Division C, Anthony Maluso of the Capital Gazette wins second prize, and his colleague Catherine Famaka wins first for Inside the High-Stakes World of Team Bill. In Division A, Andy Costa and Greg Morton win second prize for the Banner, and Paul Mancano, also of the Banner, wins first prize for No One Has Ever Achieved This Camden Yards Feat During a Game. Sports column is next. In Division F, Mike McClure of Seaford and Laurel Star wins second prize, and Jacob Steinberg of Howard County Times wins first prize for I Raced a 13-year-old Phenom and Got Dusted. In Division E, Darren McCann of Coastal Point sweeps the category, winning first and second prize with his first prize entry called Leighton Proved That Nice Guys Can Get It Done. In Division D, the Baltimore Beat's Rita Hubbard wins second prize, and Biff Hoff of the Star Democrat wins first prize for standing for more than wins and losses. Diversity, Equity, Inclusion is our next category. In Division F, Hannah Coombs of Kent County News wins second prize, and the staff of the Capitol News Service brings home first for Not Fit for a Dog. In Division E, Fern Shen, Keandra Pryor, Carson Ward win second prize for the Baltimore Brew, and Christian Arias, writing for the Baltimore Brew, wins first prize for Joyful and Defiant, We Are Baltimore celebrates the city's Hispanic and Latino communities. In Division D, Jose Ignacio Castaneda Perez wins second prize for Spotlight Delaware, and Lily Tierney of the Star Democrat wins first prize for keeping Harriet Tubman's legacy alive. In Division C, Christine Condon of Maryland Matters wins second prize, and George P. Matzik Jr. of the Catholic Review wins first for St. Francis Academy restores historic chapel that welcomes all. In Division B, Esther Francis of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and Ellen McIntyre of Cape Gazette wins first prize for Litigation Abuse is Unchecked in Delaware DV Cases. And in Division A, John Williams IV writing for the Banner, wins second prize, and Jonathan M. Pitts, writing for the Baltimore Sun, wins first. For 10 years after Freddie Gray's death, Sandtown Winchester residents say change remains elusive. Vote for our Best Moves category. That voting will close at 11:59 Thursday, May 7th. Either use the QR code or the link to vote for the news organization that had the best move of 2025. I want to congratulate all of our winners, but especially our photo, online only, website, video, commentary, features, and sports winners, which we highlighted today. And finally, I want to thank you all to our sponsors, the A-Mark Foundation, the Maryland Chamber of Commerce, Bridge, Washington Gas, Pulse Research, Loyola University Maryland, Emerging Media, MDDC Press Advertising Services, and Metro Creative Graphics Incorporated. Thank you all so much.